under Yahawah Yahawashi's spirit, right? And it's all prophecy, right? It's prophecy to have these other nations slaves to us, right? That's why. So it's the judgment. So they put us into slavery. Now we're putting them back in slavery. So we're doing it in the righteous way, right? It says, verse 15, he sendeth forth his commandment upon earth. His word runneth very swiftly, right? And what word is coming right now? Like this one. This is the example right here. This is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, right? So the Most High created spirits for vengeance so he can get at people. It says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, which is talking about the Most High, right? It says fire, fuego, and hell, and famine, and death. All of these were created for vengeance, right? So like in paradise, when those men, women, and children were burning up in Paradise, California, that was because the Most High allowed that to, he ordained that to happen, right? When those Boeing 747s, right? When those crashed, the Most High ordained that to happen, right? It says fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance, and those things are gonna increase, right? Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. And he's going to use the blessing that he gave Esau against him, right? Which is the sword, which the Edomites today are the Caucasians, right? They always been the Caucasians, right? They just try to cover things up. It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and that's what it's talking about, 147. Psalms 147 and 15. It says, he sendeth forth his commandment upon earth, his word runneth very swiftly, right? It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word, right? That's those spirits, right? Because he can put a spirit into an animal to have it bite somebody. That's the power of the Most High, right? And that looks like a low level because he ordains everything to happen. We're all really robots playing our part, right? We don't have the free will, right? It says 32. Therefore, from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things and have left them in writing, right? So we can know it, right? The things written aforetime are written for our learning, right? All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season, like the kingdom of heaven, right? Which is us, right? The build up, the edification, right? So that a man cannot say this is worse than that, for in time they shall all be well approved, right? So it's going to happen when it needs to happen, right? And therefore praise ye Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi with the whole heart, which is talking about the mind and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord. And why does it say bless the name of the Lord? But you saying the Lord isn't going to give us the name, right? He's not going to tell us his name. That's off. That's why we know we got the name. This is Psalms 147 and 15. He sendeth forth his commandment upon earth. His word runneth very swiftly, right? Because his words are powerful, right? It makes things happen, right? He giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the hoar frost like ashes, right? And I've seen that before. I've seen thick snow, you know. I've been in the mountains before, right? Over there in Utah with the Mormons, and they don't know nothing. They be in seminary, still don't know the Bible, right? They in seminary every day, and they still don't understand the Bible, right? That's the power of the Most High. It says none of the wicked shall understand. And let me get that. Yeah, let's start at the top. Daniel 12, right, and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, which is talking about the Israelites, because Michael is the archangel, right? And he's the so-called dark-skinned man, right? But he's not in the flesh, right? But he would have melanin, right? It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So this time that's coming up is gonna be worse than our slavery, right? And they totally destroyed us, but hey, that's all prophecy. Because now what? They're gonna have to be rendered double, right? It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, which is talking about the elect, right? And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, right? And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. So what? Hey, and I always be thinking about that, how our faces are gonna shine in them, right? I believe in that wholeheartedly. I'm looking in the mirror thinking I'm shining already, right? But hey, this is gonna increase, right? It's all through faith, right? It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. Seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. And that's why we have these iPads and such. That's why we have this Urim and Thummim, right? Which is the like the internet. You can go on Google and look anything up real quick. You know, it's exactly what it is. You get what I'm saying? This is the prophecy. It says that knowledge is increasing every day, right? Instead of it's gonna be what's it called? Exponential growth. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen really quick, right? And it's already happening. It says that's why we have these supercomputers, right? Because these supercomputers can do way more than what they was doing back when they faked the moon landing, right? Because that moon landing wasn't real, because the Most High said that they couldn't go above the firmament, right? That's why there's no satellite around the moon, right? There's no camera on the moon surface. It's not this and that, because Esau he want to do everything, right? If he really went to the moon, they would have went there, stayed there, right? Found a place, be able to have a little factory or whatever going on, right? Have the super rich have a little cabin up there on the moon, But no, they didn't do that because they didn't really go to the moon, right? And these are just this is exposing Esau for his wickedness, right? Because what he's the devil, because what he deceives the people, right? That's what the word devil means. You gotta go into the meaning of words, right? And these people, they act like they don't know, even when we tell them, right? But it's okay, because what, we're doing this out of charity. We want to tell the people, right? We want to tell these Edomites they're going into slavery, right? Hey, we want to get the blessings, right? Let's see. It says, verse 18, he sendeth out his word and melteth them. He causeth his wind to blow and the waters flow. He ordains everything to happen, even the elements, right? It says 19, he showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, which is Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native American. And today it's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, right? And what? We got the word, we got the information, right? If I could say, we're the prophets of the Lord, right? If we keep doing this with sincerity and truth, hey, well, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And it's all about the prophecies, right? It says 20, he have not dealt so. It says 19, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel, the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, all the Israelites. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, right? Because what? It wasn't given to him. It was given to us, right? These people are just, man. Let's go to this one. This is Psalms. This is Psalms 37. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." Because this dude, this man, he was trying to sign me up for to vote for this Congress or whatever, so I can vote or whatever, something like that. And he's talking about the Republican that was in the office. He was messing with the votes. Right, you can look it up in NC Fayetteville, or is it talking about the state NC? Dude messing with the votes. I didn't see it on the news, but the dude messing with the votes, and what he's talking about, there's an investigation on him, right? Now, all these things are coming out. He gonna tell me I should have got that on camera too. I should have got that on camera, because what? That's showing the wickedness of these Edomites, right? And what we don't want, why would we want a position in this place, right? We want this place destroyed. We don't want to have to deal with these other nations, right? We want our own thing, right? We want our own thing in our own land with our holy power, right? Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. We want it to be in righteousness and not in wickedness, because what it says, a little a sin, right? A sin. Wait, let me get that. Oh, it's coming out today, right? And really, the spirit is really when you get mad, and the spirit comes upon you because the Most High is mad. The Most High is angry. this is Ecclesiastes 9 and start at 13. It says, "This wisdom have I seen also under the sun," right? "And it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and a few within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it," right? It says, "Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man." That's wild, right? You would feel like you would want to know that man, right? Well, we would feel like that. We would feel like we would want to deal with that man. But really, that's really representing us, right? It says, "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength," right? "Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." So, hey, we know these things, right? So that's why we're in front about it, you know? It says, "The words of wise men are heard in quiet, more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools," right? But it says 18, "Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good." And that's what I wanted to get, because dealing with righteousness, if a kingdom is set up by righteousness, a little bit of wickedness, and that kingdom is done, you know? It's on a downward spiral, right? Because it says, this is Sirach, I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." So right now, this place is built on unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. That's why this kingdom is going to be destroyed, right? There's not going to be the Moabites, the Chinese, going to come over here to America and establish their own government. No, this place is going to be